Okay. Hello? 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 Good fucking Christ. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Rosa, what's going on? How are you today? Or tonight, I should say. Oh, my God. Time. Time does not exist in my brain. This has been a couple of days, and the past, hour or so has just been, it's been something. But, that's kind of just how things are sometimes. So what can you do, But how's everybody? Happy Tuesday. What's going on? Hopefully you guys have been good, keeping safe, keeping well, all that fun stuff. The Creed, yeah. Well, I'm at least glad that, my current place of residence hasn't burned down, so, plus side. I suppose that there needed to be their bi-weekly to monthly fire alarm going through, so literally like 5 minutes before I started stream, I don't know what. Oh, okay. That was weird. The light flickered out there for a second. Don't mind me. So my complex here has been having this thing that happens. I don't know if it happens in the other buildings or not, but it seems like almost on like a bi-weekly to like almost a monthly basis, at least once a month, the fire alarm goes out. It's not like I don't think it's necessarily like a test or anything. If it is, that would make a ton of sense, but even still, with as frequently as it goes off, I highly doubt it is. But yeah, so the fire alarm tends to go off, and it could go off at any time of the day. I've had it happen in the morning, I've had it happen in the afternoon, I've actually had it happen probably actually 2 weeks ago or so. It happened at 1 o'clock in the morning. The fire alarms went out. We're not entirely sure what's causing this, or at least I don't know what's causing this. I don't know if it's just like faulty wiring that's causing it to trigger. I don't know if it's cases where, maybe people are having like a smoke or something like that and it's catching wind, because the alarms are sensitive. We did have a time where somebody was like cooking something on the stove. It started to burn, and they, rather than opening the window, they opened up the door to let the stuff out, and it actually set the alarm off there too for the whole building. But it's extremely hard to say. But yeah, this has been going on since I've been moved here. More so recently in the past past few years or so. But stuff like this has happened. I've actually had a couple of streams where the fire alarm has actually gone off, so I've had to stop stream because of it, but yeah, everything's fine here. Every single time there hasn't been a fire, at least as far as I know, so I'll take it. But I'm still gonna leave every single time it happens, Never, better to be safe than sorry and all that stuff. Which reminds me, I probably should go and save the stuff on my hard drive as far as my project is concerned, just in case, because you never know. Never know. Yeah, the one time I decide not to, it's an actual fire. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm glad that you're doing mostly fine. Getting things on your end, my dude. Well, yeah, that's not normal. Yeah, some people have their theories as far as what's actually been happening, but who's to say? And I don't know until they give out an official word like, "Hey, X is happening. It's causing this to happen." Which I don't think we're gonna ever get an answer for that. This is just kind of where we are at, but what are you gonna do, what are you gonna do? But okay, so now that we can finally stream and I don't have other IRL things happening, we're gonna start our leads today. It's gonna be awesome. Obviously, just because of the nature of just the stuff that's been happening, streams are going to be a little bit shorter than normal. So we'll see how far we get, maybe like an hour, hour and a half or so, and then we'll call it quits. I apologize. I apologize that that things happen so late. It's just some, life stuff happens and things like that. Also, for those of you guys who may not have seen the announcement that I made earlier today, Until further notice, or at least until, you know, things kind of settle stuff a little bit, we will not be having the Zero's Escape collab with Mora. Just scheduling and stuff has happened. It's becoming like IRL stuff has just constantly come up, which is really some of the reasons why we just weren't able to stream every week or so. But with Joe, it is fine. Stuff happens and things. But yeah, it's decided that we decided to just, you know, hold off until things were a little bit more stable. Things were a little bit, you know, better on both of our ends. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Hopefully we'll be able to do something. If not anything else, we'll be able to, you know, at least, you know, maybe do some, like, one-off streams here and there and stuff. But we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, so Tuesdays are going to be pretty much free, which it will definitely make next month a little bit easier, considering that's Octopath month. So, and I want to maximize all the days that I'm going to have to play Octopath. So, you know, silver lining and everything. Silver lining. But, again, I do deeply apologize about that. That hasn't always been felt through, and we've had to, like, cancel or, like, change streams and stuff like that. I don't like having to go and change my schedule, but as I'm sure you guys can understand, especially your own guys' own life, just stuff happens, and unexpected stuff just comes up that you just don't see or can't foresee or anything like that. So, I mean, it is what it is. I will say all the VODs and everything are going to be up on my YouTube. So if you want to at least see things up to the point that we stopped at in preparation for when we come back, go ahead, check it out. Yeah, if you're part of my Discord, I've been in a lot of daily posts, which for some reason the timing for when those posts go out is very janky. I've actually had a couple of cases where the game was posted, but the announcement for it didn't come out until like hours later. Like there was one that happened at midnight exactly, even though the video was already released on YouTube. I don't know why the bot did that, but hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. But yeah, so all the with everything that's situated right now, I am completely up to date on all my VODs, at least over like the past like couple months. So once all those are done, I will be fully up to date on my VODs, and I can start uploading them on a more regular basis. So anybody who's missed the streams, you guys can go ahead and check them out there, or parts of the stream, all that fun stuff. I'm trying to do my best to to start doing more stuff on YouTube. That was one of my goals for this year, outside of, you know, project stuff and things. So my channel currently is going to be a VOD channel. So, and then, you know, whatever projects or, you know, announcements or, you know, other things that come up and such. I don't know. But regardless, today we're doing Orleans. We're going to France, baby. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, we're still going to be on our free-to-play kick here. So this is typically where I ended up stopping when I first started playing the game. Like I got through like part of Orleans but never finished. And I was like in Orleans for a good like almost like a year and a half, 2 years or so. Constantly just logging in, doing events, and overall just not progressing the main story. Thankfully, incentives for Lost Belt stuff happened, and I am super glad that I decided to go through, because the Lost Belt saga is fucking amazing. But, hey Sharon. Hi, John. Hey, John. Heed my words. My will creates your body, and your sword creates my destiny. If you heed the Grail's call and obey my will and reason, then answer me. Oh my god, I so love that quote. Fun fact for those of you guys who are not familiar with anything the Fate anime, at the least the older ones from like Fate Zero and the like, this is the official summoning that they did at the very first episode for Fate Zero, so at least the English dub of it. But I am so happy that they kept that here. It's such a good summoning. I hereby swear that I shall defeat all the evil in the world. But let thine eyes be clouded, and that the fog of turmoil and chaos, thou art trapped in a cage of madness, and I am the summoner who holds thy chains. Yes! That's the, so that part there is not in the original text, so, for those guys, for you guys who are not familiar with Fate Zero, the master of the Berserker, of the Berserker Servant, was given an extra incantation or a line to add to ensure that whatever servant they summoned would be a Berserker. That was the quote, at least, again, in the English version. And can I just say, my dude, Kyria, who also does the voice of Kane and does the voice of other stuff, whose voice actor escapes me for the moment. Hold on, I'm gonna just do... Okay, what was the voice actor for Kane? Liam O'Brien! There we go. Thank you, Liam O'Brien. Liam O'Brien did a phenomenal job in Fate Zero. If you guys haven't seen Fate Zero, highly recommend. Probably my favorite anime of all time. It's a visual masterpiece. I cannot stress that enough. I love Fate Zero so much. Seventh heaven clad in the great worlds of power, come forth from the circle of bindings, guardian of scales. Okay. First problem, that's not a Berserker. Also, wait, you know what? Okay, one of them is Berserker. You know what? I completely forgot. If memory serves me right, she summoned all these servants, but summoned them as Berserkers. So they're all Berserkers. Or at least they all have mad enhancement. One of which at least is accurate. Thank you for coming, my fellow servant. I am your master. You know why you were summoned, yes? Destruction and slaughter. Those are your orders. If a city is reveling in spring, destroy it. If a town is celebrating in spring, devastate it. No matter how evil or crude, God will forgive your every transgression. Should he mete out punishment, that is fine in its own way. For this is no more than a means to proving God's existence and his love. Now then, Gills, please bring him here. As you wish. I trust you have not harmed him, Gills. Or Gilderay. No, I haven't. Have you considered what you wish to have done with him? I guess not. Oh my, do you require suggestions from me? Oh, you have noticed my distress and your infinite concern for me. Don't be absurd. If you continue this foolishness, I will kill you, Gills. Or Gilderay. When you are eating a meal, do you think about how you use your fork? This is the same. What do I do with him is a matter so trivial, it does not merit any thought. What's going on here? Where am I? And who are you people? Answer me. Are you deaf? You there? Oh, Pire, Bishop Pire Corange. How have I missed you? A day have not gone by when your face have not crossed the mind of Jeanne d'Arc. It can't be. 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 You're Jeanne d'Arc? Impossible. It can't be possible. I thought you died 3 days ago. I thought I killed you. I thought that you should be in hell. Perhaps I am your grace. This is a dream, a nightmare. What else could it be but a nightmare? Oh dear, he started to flee from reality. This won't do it all. We must snap him out of this. Enter like the goofy sound there. What will you do, your grace? Jeanne d'Arc, whom you've accursed of heresy, stands here before you. Should you not grip your crucifix and offer up a prayer to God? Should you not mock me, scorn me, abuse me, trample me, and tell everyone the wicked Jeanne d'Arc is here? Should you not roar like the brave lion you are? Go on, do it, do it, do it. Spare me! Please spare me! Oh my god, someone get this guy some like moisturizer or a wiper, a moist towelette or something. I'll do anything! Spare me! I beg of you! If you guys can't tell what part of history this is right after the death of Jeanne d'Arc. Did you hear that, Gills? Spare me, he says. This bishop who tied me up, mocked me, and burned me alive. As if that were nothing. The bishop who told me with kind eyes that I was going to be killed is now begging for his life. Oh, that was obvious? Yeah. Well, now that I think about it, this is I've actually done this. This is about the fourth time I've done this story, because the first time I did the account, this was when the first Singularity came out, or was at least fully released. Jeanne d'Arc was like the first SSR that came out for it, I think. I don't remember what the schedule was back then. That was like 7 years ago. Almost, no, that was almost 5 years ago. 5-ish years. Maybe longer. I don't remember. Anyway, it was a long time ago. But, and that was obvious. Yeah. And she summoned as an alternate version of herself of what if she came back and was pissed that she was burned alive. At least we get the other Jeanne d'Arc, which from a Fate Apocrypha. If anybody's have seen that one, not as good as Zero, but not as bad as I imagine most people think make it out to be. I personally have enjoyed Fate Apocrypha. Granted, it wasn't the best of the Fate series, and I still say other series there are others were better. It was fine. It was decent. Yeah, you've seen Apocrypha? Okay, I'm sure you are fully aware of the debate of the cast of, especially one particular character being essentially a cardboard box. Exactly. Yeah, I think so as well. Like I said, I can see where people did not like the series, and I totally get it. I personally think it was fine. It introduced a lot of servants, and I think I made this comment last week. But it gave us a Holy Grail war outside of Strange Fake, which is going to be coming out soon. I cannot wait for Strange Fake, where we have like a bunch of like seemingly overpowered servants, all crammed in one war. Because we have like what? Honestly, funny enough, if we could be realistic, if it wasn't for like plot armor and other things, also it has such a good portrayal of Vlad III. I agree with that as well. I agree. I agree, especially for like the real life history of Vlad III. Yeah, they did him justice, and his only goal was to have the name of Dracula, completely stripped away from him. Which would be, if he was still alive to this day, I could totally see that happening. Because he was a hero. Like, he did what he felt was best for his country, and you can't fault him for that. Vlad's story was really cool. As a Romanian, I can really appreciate that. Right. I remember. Yeah. That Apocrypha was so good. And all of Apocrypha took place in Romania, where he was even way more powerful than he normally would have been, which was awesome. Even though I don't know how much damage it ended up doing to Karna, but like, he took out Karna. And surprisingly easily, and it was awesome. And considering the fact that, as I said before we get into that, technically speaking, with the way the war matchups were, the servant matchups were, the Red faction should have won. The Red faction should have won if it wasn't for the fact that Chiron was on that team, they would have, the Black Faction would have lost handily. If you completely took out all the other servants that were overpowered on that team, Achilles could have single-handedly taken out all the Black Faction. Because I don't think, bar maybe one or two of them, none of them had the ability to take on, to be actually be effective against Achilles. Like, Achilles was fucking broken in that series. It's awesome. One of the reasons why he's my favorite writer. Also, the dude just had like complete like Kukulain vibes as well. So I vibe with them a lot. I love Achilles. But yeah, like, and then you had like what a Semiramis. You had Karna. You had Atalanta. Like like I said, the Red Faction was stacked. Oh, and let's not forget their leader was a ruler servant. Like, come on. Like that was. I'm sorry. That was busted. Oh, the sadness is making me want to cry. After all, that won't save anything. Your paper-thin faith won't reach the Heavenly Father. Belief that is light as a feather won't blossom anywhere. Someone who has forsaken God and clings to his life by begging a witch is unfit to be called a believer. Do you understand, Your Grace? You just gave testimony that you are now one of the heretics. That is why I am so sad. I think I might laugh until madness consumes me. Now, think back, Your Grace. You know what awaits us, what sentence awaits heretics, don't you? No! Spare me! Please, spare me! The artwork on that guy's face of just absolute horror is perfect. I'm so sorry. I'm afraid I ran out of salvation today. Indulgences are not for sale in this era. Now, shall we start at your feet? If I was burned alive by holy flames, then your body shall be scorched by the flames of hell. And he's dead. Ah, so good. Also, Lasangle or Lasagna, one day, please. I know that you've given her some buffs, and that's amazing, and I'm happy that she's gotten some buffs. But is it possible we could get like a possible animation update for Jean Alter over here? She's literally one of the oldest servants, and there are some servants that have been around the block as long as she has that has gotten an animation update, but she hasn't. Though she is still relevant, and if anybody's looking for just an absolute crit powerhouse, especially with the new meta that's coming up right now, since Tamamovich will be released this year, I highly recommend investing into a Jean Alter. Still highest base. I think she still has the highest base attack of any servant that's been released in the game's history, if memory serves me right. I think she's natural over for 13k attack, which is nuts. But then again, she is also a Avenger, so she does neutral against everything that's not a ruler. So, okay, and Berserkers as well, but still, you get what I mean. Still relatively relevant. Not even the ashes remain. I see. I apologize for taking up your time, Gills. What do you mean? That was a meaningful punishment. Now, what should we do with the other clergy? Good question. It's too much to question them all. Just feed the clergy to them. Rejoice, my ignoble servants. The surviving clergy are yours. I, your master, Jeanne d'Arc, shall forgive you all. Devour their souls, feast on their flesh. Savor their blood. After all, our manifestation is no different than the devil Dracul. I have but one order: wipe out this country, this mistake that is France. Overrun it, trample it, reap it. Let us begin with our dear Orleans. We shall return its fruitful land to bare wasteland. Age, gender, and religious beliefs are of no importance. Make sure you kill them equally. That is the only order I give you as your master. To that end, I have given you all the attributes of a berserker. You may be a saint or a hero, but now you shall dance with your broken soul. I'm getting Lost Belt 4 vibes, not gonna lie, with the apostles of Arjuna Altar. I will say I do not miss Lost Belt 5 or 4. I don't miss Lost Belt 4 at all. That was painful, as you guys may have seen when I did that. I think I did that on stream at one point in time. I'm pretty sure I did that fight on stream. Yeah, Arjuna. They definitely lived. They definitely lived. Had him live up to the hype of being probably one of the best servants in the game. I don't think he has that title anymore now. But as far as DPS are concerned, this is a support meta after all. So the supports are technically better than the DPS. Berserker Saber. Berserker Archer. Hey, speaking of, Atlantis here. Berserker Lancer. Which is kind of funny that, you know, he's actually... Funny enough, we actually have two versions of Vlad III in this game. We have the Apocrypha adaptation, which I personally am more of a fan of, and then we have the Fate Extra adaptation. Exactly, we're just talking about the man himself is here. Yeah. So, Fate Extra, which came out long before this series did, or actually a few years after this game debuted in Japan, one of the bosses you fight was Vlad III. That version of Vlad was... I'm not a fan. I don't know what part they took him out of, but they made him more fanatical. Which, I mean, is... I don't know. I don't know what to make of it personally. That's something you'll have to look at. If you look up like Vlad Extra or Lancer Extra, well, there's going to be a couple Lancer Extras, but yeah, I am not a fan of that version of Vlad. This one is way more true to his history. I want to say maybe the version of Vlad that was released is... I thought there was something with him that made him more fanatical, but I could be completely wrong. I completely forget what. I know his master was batshit insane, but I don't know. The way they portray things, the way they portray the servants can vary depending on the series. But yeah, this is technically their second run of Vlad, and again, they did him way better justice. Also, this is the second SSR that I got when I first played the game, both the first time and the second time. Dude is a literal powerhouse. I love him. Raza, I don't know if you ever played FGO yourself, or if you do. If you ever get a chance to, get this man. This dude literally just broke the game. Like, this dude carried me. Very little? Okay. This dude, if you ever start playing it more, this dude carried me through the entire main story. Like, it is nuts. Especially with all the buffs, and now that we got Castoria as well. He is a, oh my god, he's so good. The amount of damage that this dude can do is mind-blowing. Berserker Rider. Berserker Caster, which makes sense why Gilderay is actually like this. Berserker Assassin. Because Gilderay technically took that form a while after Jeanne d'Arc's death. He descended into madness and became that. Berserker Assassin. Hey, Camarilla, speaking of. And him, who I summoned instead of Berserker, and myself. I shall pass down judgment as this world's ruler. Humanity has no value, for it failed to prove its love for our Lord. They are guilty to a horrifying extent. Humanity is equal guilty sinner and saint alike. So we shall kill them all. I will not tolerate a single one escaping. Oh, such resolve, such truth without the slightest doubt. Such is the saint of salvation, the saint who believes in our Lord and that saves our people, the one who will bring the greatest cool that we have ever seen. Faint extra reference if you got for anybody who gets that. God damn it. Gilda Ray is what I like to call a wind-up antagonist. Because not every story needs a villain or an antagonist that has like deep motivations or like a deep story and things. It helps that they do to make them more relatable or more tied into the plot, but sometimes you can have a character or characters that you literally just are like a wind-up toy that you basically crank up and just put it down and just let them go just to see what happens and see how everybody reacts to them. That was Gills, and oh boy, Gilda Ray and his master was a treat. Let me tell you. You have returned. My light has returned. You have truly been reborn, John. Then I too shall rise again as your general. First, we need a symbol. Our army must have a flag. John, what shall we use as our emblem? A demon, perhaps? Or what about? In that case, let's make it a dragon. Being consequential or providence, this summoning has brought many with close ties to dragons. In the name of dragons, the symbol of catastrophe, we will burn this world to the ground. Oh, I have one more order. Laugh as if you were to enjoy yourselves from the bottom of your heart. Wonderful. This is wonderful, Gills. I've never enjoyed myself this much in my entire life. Yes, I suppose it is. That is the way it should be. You were put on a pedestal, made a symbol, exploited, and cast aside by the people. That is why you are righteous. There is no one who could pass judgment over your heart of hearts. Good Lord, that was long-winded. Then again, I spent most of the time, talking about Fate, which I always love to do when I'm on these streams, because Fate's amazing. Val! Cute Val! Oh, good morning, Val. How's it going? You dying fuffball. Ew, Val! Cute Val! Or whatever sound a foul makes. Good morning, Senpai. It's finally time for the I'm sorry, Val. I couldn't get out of the way. Still, I'm glad to see you so full of energy in the morning. Did Val just like top on your head or something like that? You too, Senpai. Did you sleep well last night? Isn't that much. Oh, I forgot you sleep better on the floor or a tatami mat instead of a bed. That was my mistake. I'll make arrangements. Still, the doctor's briefing is about to start. Let's try to power through the sleepiness. Okay. Romani! Can we fix that little orb there? Good morning, Kiko. Did you sleep well? Let's get right to the briefing then. For the starters, right. Let me go over what I want to do you to do again. First, the investigation and correction of the singularities is humanity's critical turning point in that era. If it were not for that, we could never have come as far as we have. It is the pivotal event in human history. You must travel to that era, investigating what it is, figure it out, and then correct it. Otherwise, 2019 will never come. Which, 5 years later? 2020, yeah, 5 years later, we're still here. So I'm sure everything worked out just fine. Humanity will be extinct in 2018. That is your first objective, the basic principle of the upcoming operation. The operations section objective is investigate the Holy Grail. I literally can find you a priest that can tell you all about the Holy Grail. Can you give me an hour? Make a call to a man that likes to rejoice. This is just my speculation, but the singularities must be related to the Holy Grail. You know what? It kind of sounds like lost spells, even though we don't know what they are just yet. The Holy Grail is a relic that can grant wishes. A vessel that contains tremendous amounts of magical energy. Lev probably got his hands on the Grail in some form and misused its power. Probably. Maybe in this world, at least. Rather, it's impossible to travel through time and change the past without the Grail. Seriously. You will run into intel regarding the Grail during your investigation of the Singularity. Likes to rejoice. Likes to rejoice. God. Am I wrong, though? Am I wrong? Like, freaking am I wrong? Hold on. I want to make sure I got the word right here for this. Hold on. I'm sorry. A man who likes to go and say, Yorokubu. Just Yobokubu. Yorokubu. Yes. Just rejoice. Rejoice! Which is kind of funny because the fact that he was our anniversary servant in JP. We finally got him in the FGO. It's great. I'm so happy. We need an event where him and Emmy Assassin fight. I'm not joking. We need that. Like, desperately we need that. I personally need that. I want a recreation of that. So, oh my god, that final fight was so good! Oh my god. Sorry. I'm just... Can you tell that I'm a huge fan of Fate Zero? Can you tell? Can you tell? Even if you correct history, leaving the Grail will put us back to square one. You must either secure the Holy Grail or destroy it. I'm gonna keep it. Those are the two objectives of this operation. Is everything clear so far? Crystal! Glad to hear it. And now, there's one other thing I want you to do in addition to the mission. That is said, it's nothing major. It's for after you race shift to that era. I want you to find a ley line and make a summoning circle, just like you did in Fuyuki. Unlike Fuyuki, we could probably make do as is if it's just a telepathic communication. But to transport supplies, it won't work without establishing a summoning circle, which is kind of interesting. Just like before, once Monster sets up her noble phantasm, it will act as a catalyst and trigger the summoning circle. Once you do that, you can summon servants at will. Fun fact for those of you guys who already know who the servant that Mosh embodies. The shield is actually made from the round table itself. Believe it or not. I think it was used the parts of the round table was used in the construction of the shield. Which is why it's so powerful, and apparently it can summon other servants. It's the catalyst. It makes sense, for the most part. Of course, what you summon will probably be servants closely tied to that time and place. So keep doing that to bolster your forces. Understood? Okay, understood. Before all else, we'll try to establish a base camp first. It's literally just going to be the two of us. What we'll need is a place to relax, a structure with a roof, a home to come back to. Right, Master? Yep, I'll be counting on you as always. Hearing you say that really means a lot to me. Aw. I know I'm still an inexperienced servant, but you can count on me. I'll be giving it my all. Don't worry, Mosh. Literally later on, you're going to be coming up with a gun. I think you'll be out fine. A giant railgun, to be exact. Phew! Ahem. To see Mash, who's serious and quiet and frankly kind of mysterious, grow up to be such a fine young lady. Hey, get over yourself. How long are you going to keep me waiting? I don't know if I said this on stream, but for those of you guys who don't know, the Japanese dub from any of the series that they had for Fate Grand Order, these two are actually married in real life. It's hilarious to see them bicker. It's so good. Oops, you're right. You didn't show any interest, so I forgot you were there. I almost wonder if that was intentional when they were doing that. Also, another fun thing. So, there's actually another married couple within that works within Fate. So the voice actress of Altoria is married and met their significant other through Fate Zero. Hilariously enough, it's the same voice actor who did, I think, Gilda Ray, Caster. Which it's kind of funny if you think about their character. He's done other voice they both done other voices as well in the Fate series as well, in Fairies 2. But that's where they first met, which is hilarious. So, fun little fact there. Allow me to introduce you, Kiko. Sheesh. Standing there is Caldea's pride and joy, the head of our engineering department, Leonardo. As you can tell, they are quite unusual, of course, not human. Let's not get into that. yeah, Mona Lisa, the whole Leonardo thing is odd. It's something else. Oh, I thought that cut down. The reason being, a servant. Senpai this is incredible. This person's a servant. Right you are. I'm Caldea's honorary tech advisor. I never go by Leonard here. But as you can see, I am a proud inventor of the Renaissance, the one and only Leonardo da Vinci in the flesh. You can just call me Da Vinci. You don't get to see many pretty ladies like myself around here, right? Which is funny because it's actually a dude, but reasons. Huh? Pretty lady? What are you talking about? You're a dude. This is strange. It's abnormal. It's wrong. I mean, Leonardo da Vinci should be a man. Mosh dear, this is Fate. Gender bending is kind of a thing, it's kind of a mainstay in the universe. You're gonna have to get used to it. You should always question conventional wisdom, but is it really that important? Who was the first one that claimed I was a man or a woman? Sheesh, for crying out loud. I pursued beauty with both my inventions and art. It was I who personified all ideals, all beauty. To me, the idea of beauty is the Mona Lisa. That being the case, see, isn't this simply an unavoidable result? Yeah, so Da Vinci essentially because Da Vinci thought the object of beauty was literally the Mona Lisa. When he was summoned, he ended up being summoned as Da Vinci, the Da Vinci that we know now. I like to think of myself as a scholar, but this guy's pet theories go way over my head. He's the only pervert twisted enough to turn himself into the Mona Lisa just because he loves the Mona Lisa. Romani got it down just fine. Are you sure about that, Dr. Raman? As culture matures, anything is possible. The desire to become a beautiful girl might one day be the norm. Very true. That might be true, but which time period's heroic spirit are you? Gee, this has nothing to do with the time period, Doctor. Kiko, you do well to remember that too. You will encounter many heroic spirits who were artists. Every one of them is as splendid and eccentric. I mean, as a wannabe Mona Lisa, right? so somebody get the bog mallet for Da Vinci over here. I think she's long overdue. Also, yes, artists, extremely eccentric. I can think of two. Both of them are electric horrors. It's fantastic. Eccentric is an understatement. Are you killing me? Are you kidding me? Still, I can see that being the case. I see. It's true that I didn't want to know too much, but thank you for the advice, Da Vinci. That's my girl. You're always so understanding. Okay, that's enough of my introduction. From now on, I will be focusing on support with supplies, R&D within Chaldea, and updating heroic spirit contracts. I am a servant summoned by Chaldea, you see. Unlike Mosh, I cannot jump into any era. However, if Kiko has a contract with me, that would be another matter. I would be then able to aid you as an ordinary servant. I'm looking forward to such a fate, Master. Which won't happen until, like, the second to the last singularity, so... I know a lot of them, and all of them are eccentric, myself included, right? I'm sorry, but we don't have time to rest. We're going to prep for immediate race shift, okay? Of course, we can go anytime. Kiko, we have a coffin ready for... Don't say coffin. We have coffin ready for you this time. You should be able to race shift safely and quickly now. 7 singularities have been detected, but we've selected the time period with the smallest fluctuations. Once you get there, we'll only be able to communicate with you. Got it? I know I'm repeating myself, but the first thing is to set up a base and finding a ley line. After you settle into the era, do what needs to be done, alright? Good luck, Kiko. Yay! Unsummoned program start. Spiritron conversion start. Race shift start in 3, 2, 1. Hard to believe that this is the prerequisite to the Lost Belt. All procedures cleared. Grand order commencing operation. Which makes me wonder, what's going to come after the Lost Belts? Because essentially, the Lost Belts are nothing more than just redux singularities. Even though the way that they tie into the main story is really cool. They're literally just redux, they're just really just extended singularities. Much darker, not to say that this one isn't dark or anything like that. I actually forgot to do a thing before we go into this. Since, you know, we're actually getting into our first battle here. So, as you can see, I have like over almost like 250 of these, along with the 30 tickets, and I have no idea what to use them on. I feel like I should start rolling, because I have a lot, but like, I don't know if I should. We're just gonna do a free summon here and just call it a day. Okay, cool. Like, I'm a bit lost of what we should be doing here, you know? Like, we did technically get Space Ishtar. So it's not like it's not like that was it's not like impossible we could get something else, but I don't have a Castori to really abuse her just yet. So maybe we save until later. Maybe we make it a kind of like a tradition where, depending on like what the banner is or something like that, maybe you guys can roll the banner. Maybe you guys can vote for what banner I should roll on or something like that. I don't know. Like, it's hard to say. But it is a thought that I have in mind. Oh. Well, let's start. So, Sabers and Lancers. Can I just, like, throw it at a Berserker? Can I just throw a Berserker at them and then we can just call it a day? Okay. So, I just picked Paul because Paul was, like, the first one there. We're definitely not gonna be using the last one. I wish we could get rid of the support slot here. I kind of want to go in and maybe just use another servant. Actually, I did level up recently, so a part of me kind of wants the Caligula. I kind of want to use Caligula. I actually haven't used him before, but I love this dude's animation, so Caligula is Crazy Moon Man, which is perfect because, you know, we're gonna end up because of who we're gonna end up meeting up. Wait, was it this singularity that we meet them up? No, it's next singularity. It's next one, right? We managed to reach here safely, Senpai. We were teleported by accident last time. This time is a proper teleport via the coffin with no physical abnormalities. Val! Val! Oh, you're here. Val? Did you tag along again? Val, cute cow. Can Val shift too? Why? Seems that way. He must have sneaked into mine or Senpai's coffin. Luckily, Val was unharmed. Since he is attached to one of us, when we return, he will automatically return as well. I need to get back for safe's sake too. Yes, we share the same fate. Oh, Master, I have confirmed the time access coordinates. Looks like it's the year 1431. All right. It means we're in the middle of the 100-Year War, but this should be during the war's respite period. Respite? Wars get times off, right? You have a union too? Right. The 100-Year War did not fight for full 100 years, as the name implies. The war during this era was pretty carefree, relatively speaking. Captured knights were released for monetary payments almost every day. Senpai? Look at the sky! What's in the sky? What is... Huh? Yes, we're connected. But not the best quality, but I've got video feed now too. Wait, what's wrong with you two? Both of you are staring up at the sky like that. Doctor, I'll send you visuals. What is that? Hello? This is a ring of light. No, some form of matrix cast over the satellite orbit? In any case, it's gigantic. At worst, it's as big as North America. No record shows such a phenomenon occurring in 1431. It's surely one of the reasons for the disappearance of our future. We'll have to analyze it on our end. You guys concentrate on severing on sites. Start by searching for ley lines. What the doctor said. I'm curious how they're gonna spin this formula again on its head. Like, are we gonna be going to other alternate points of history again? Once the second saga, because they did make sure to say that after the Lost Belt saga is done, their FGO will be continuing on. Some people are thinking there's going to be a reboot, or not an actual reboot per se. Some people are thinking it's going to be, what do you call it? Some people are thinking that they're just going to like introduce a new character and start a whole new storyline. Other people want to continue with Gudao. Who knows? I don't have a preference so long as the writing is good, especially now with Natsu going to be leaving FGO after the Lost Belt saga. Like, I think the Lost Belt saga is right now by Natsu. So I'm curious to see who's going to take over and how that's going to be. I just noticed something. Oh, what? What'd you notice? What'd you see? Oh, I gotta read this. Explore the area, make contact with the people of this era, set up a surveying circle. There are many things to do. We have to knock them out one at a time. Let's first move towards the city, Senpai. Senpai, stop! Confirming, looks like a French scout brigade. What do we do? Should we attempt to make contact? Isn't it dangerous? They look like humanoids. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful resolution. Hello, excuse me. We are travelers. Hello? Hello? How? Hey! Enemy attack! Enemy attack! Well, shit. A lot of online game stories are coming to an end, but not ending, rather preparing for a new era. Yeah! I mean, I only know of FGO right now. I only know of, like, FGO, and technically speaking, we're currently in that right now for, Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, I was about to say Final Fantasy 14. Guild Wars 2? Really? I didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if they all started around the same time or close to the same time, it makes sense. But happy coincidence, maybe? Yoo-hoo! I'm free now, so let me see how you are. Wait, why are you surrounded by armed guards? I apologize, my mistake. I should have greeted them in French. Was that the problem? Is that how they... Of course, but now I believe that combat is unavoidable. You're starting with a fight with French elites even. Well, let's calm down first. That world is isolated. No matter what happens, a time paradox can occur, so engaging them won't be a problem, but... Doctor, give us an idea. Don't you know any French jokes for a time like... Boss, I don't think telling French jokes about or making French baguettes are going to help out here. Hell if I know, I'm a loner, but wait, let me think. I just need to think of a witty joke, right? Like, knock knock. I'm hearing a silly voice from somewhere. All hands, ready your weapons. They're too suspicious. I apologize, Senpai. It was wrong of me to expect something from the doctor. I think it would be bad to harm the locals. We should attack to hold them back. You stripped as low as... What are you talking about now? Did I say something wrong? Yeah, was there a pun there that I missed? In that case, hit him back with your blade. Limit the bloodshed to a minimum. Back of the blade. With a shield? I mean, just the butt end, I guess. I'll think of something. Fire! No burning is out of the question too. Yeah, End of the Dragon ends. End of Dragons ends. The Elder Dragon story arc that the base game started over 10 years ago. Oh, the Elder Dragon Saga. Okay. So literally like the Ascian Saga. Like literally the Ascian Saga that we just went through right now. That's cool. Yeah, it is interesting that it's all happening at the same time, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Yep. And I think this is with your animation update, right? If memory serves me correctly, this is with your animation update. So we get to see one of the best Noble Phantasm animations in the game. If we can build up to it. Been hell of a ride? Oh, I imagine so. Punch him out! Oh my god. His animations are so good. The dude just punches things and I love it. Oh, we'll do it like this. Oh, I guess we're done now. Goodbye. We be 2 for 2. We'll do like this. Bop. Oh my god. Caligula, calm down. I know you're a berserker, but jeez. Just get a Coke and a smile or something. Come on. Also, I love they added the Season 1 stuff back into the game. What do you mean by Season 1 stuff? Was the game situated differently? Or like, was there like rewards that you got from like one game but didn't get from the other, from like one version but not the other? Ba ba ba. Hey! Alright, we're done. Hey! Level 10? Something like that? I'll remember. I don't remember. Ba, ba. Do-do-do. Physical fatigue aside, the mental fatigue is overwhelming. So Season 1 of the living story of Guild Wars was quite different. So kind of like 1.0 for Final Fantasy. For Final Fantasy 14, right? Are you alright? Thank you very much, Senpai. But it seems like I didn't hit hard enough. They're retreating. They're retreated. They're going back to the fort. Let's quietly chase them and ask what's going on. Try not to aggravate them next time. Make sure you talk to them in French, okay? Bonjour, bonjour. Really? Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, monsieur. I see. Perfect. Leave it to me. I cannot French. A lot of it was influenced by the player's choices and had major consequences, like actual consequences. That's kind of cool. I like that. Ooh, rewards. Yay! Do. Chase the French soldiers. That's fine. Pick you. I want to still use my man Caligula here. I want to see if we can get his Noble Phantasm off, not gonna lie. But this also made it technically impossible for players who missed it to replay the experience. Did they have at least the ability to like watch cutscenes or something like that of the other things? I mean, it's unfortunate you can't like see everything, but I mean, in this case, it makes sense and it makes each experience unique. This is awful, isn't it? What? It's a complete ruin on the inside. The outer wall is more or less intact, but you can't call this a fort. Because it's wartime? Possibly? No, that would still be impossible. In 1431, Charles VII of France entered the peace treaty with Philip III, an ally of England. Of course, I'm sure there were some skirmishes. Ah, here they come again! Bonjour, we are travelers. We are not here to harm you. Please put down your weapons, monsieur. You're not the enemy? That was rather easy. Perhaps they're irrational now, or they have no more fight left in them? Why did Charles VII sign the peace? Why didn't Charles VII sign the peace treaty? King Charles? So you don't know? The king is dead. He was burned by the witch's flames. Dead? By witch's flames? It's Jeanne d'Arc. She is written again as the Dragon Witch. England retreated quite a while ago, but where have we to run to? This is our home, but there's nothing we can do. Jeanne d'Arc is a witch? Who is Jeanne d'Arc? I mean, for everybody. Saint Jeanne d'Arc was a savior. She is a world-renowned hero. A woman who stood up to save France from being conquered in the late stages of the 100-Year War. She saved France at age 17 and managed to reclaim Orléans in just 1 year. But she was caught by the English army and after an inquisition, burned at the stake. They say that They say that from the time of her impersonation till her burning, she endured gruesome torture and humiliations daily. England wanted to prove that she was not a saint, but a heretic. So they tried to torture her into saying, "I did not hear the Lord's voice." However, her heart remains true. Even while burning, she held on to her prayer. Later, her honor was recognized, and after 400 years, she was officially made a saint, which is kind of sad. A powerless girl wishes to change the world. In that regard, Jeanne d'Arc is definitely a top-ranked heroic spirit. I mean, she's a ruler. A change that is that rather than having a choice, the character now just picks what is now past or canon choices. Oh, but they did not have to, and they did it so well. Okay, that's good. I know, like 14, you can have the ability to like choose different options for like the text and things, but it doesn't really give you like another ending per se. It might just change some dialogue here and there, but the end result is pretty much the same. So it almost gives like the illusion of choice more than anything else. But it's cool that they went back and did that for people. They could have just left it alone, as you said. Magical energy signals are headed here. Familiars created using magical bodies, skeleton soldiers. This time it's different. Both of you can be as wild as you want. Yes, Orders Master, let's pulverize them. Can we not? Oh, it has quite a few choices? Like, how many choices? I'm curious. I'm curious. Good lord, those animations are so good. Oh my god. Caligula, stop being so cool. Go beat him up. Oh god. I will say, like, one of the new changes that I thought was really cool is they essentially gave him like a maniacal voice. Like when he's about to use his Noble Phantasm, he just like, he actually starts like laughing, like, it's so cool. If we get to a Noble Phantasm with him, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's go and move on. Bop, bop, and 3. There we go. Later in the game, they had the tech to make a lot of parts semi-instant, so you can see the version of the city that your choice made, but others see. Wow, they went that far with it. That's amazing. That's so cool. So you're not just stuck on to. So you're not. So even the city state. If for nothing else in the immersion aspect of it, yeah, that is cool that they decided to do that. I will do it like this. Come on, you're almost at your Noble Phantasm. Just stay alive. Don't kill him. Too late. God fucking damn it. Like said city for me was ruled by the undead. Oh my god. Like that drastic. Jeez. No, I'm not complaining, but that's pretty cool, but oh my god. Think I have one more chapter after this? Yeah, so what time is it now? Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll do one more. But for my other characters, it's by the Revolution or remains independent. I see. God, for them to go that far is awesome. I praise them. Also, I feel like we're gonna get attacked by dragons soon. Phew! Good work. You guys, I can't believe you took them on. We're used to it. Anyway, I'm sorry, but could you please explain this from the start? Is it true that Jeanne d'Arc has been resurrected? Yes, I took part in the Siege of Orleans and the ceremony, so I remember it too. Well, I remember it well. Her hair and skin are different, but there's no question that she's the saint from the past. Hearing that she'd been captured by the English and burned at the stake, we trembled in fury. But she was resurrected and thought a pact with the devil, no less. And through a pact with the devil, no less. What do you mean the devil? Like the skeleton soldiers seen earlier? Not those. At least those we can handle ourselves. Dragon Devil. Dragon Devil. Damn it. Just as I thought. Here they come. Engage. Come on. Stand up. Dragons are here. If you don't resist, they'll eat you. Large creatures are shown to be near you. They're moving fast. Visual confirmation, but it can't be. Wyverns? Yes. That's a substitute of a dragon called wyverns. That is definitely a creature that should not be in the 15th century France. It's coming! Master, respond with full force. This is different from those old boat soldiers from earlier. Soldiers! Douse yourself with water! You can momentarily defend against their flames. Hey, the actual Jeanne! Eh? You there, please pick up a weapon and fight. Together, with me, follow me! This is... Oh, she's a servant, but her energy is weak. Which is she? Yeah, the one thing I love about Guild Wars 2 and Warframe devs is that they both do so much extra. That is the mark of a company or a game team or of a development team that cares. And I think we need more of that, personally. Go for it. Bog. Nice. Ow. Oh my god. Come on, calm down. Calm down. Just trying to help you. Just trying to help you. There you go. Okay. Fire. And then kick. Ow. Stop it. Oh, well, we lost the odds. Fuck. Well, that is a problem. We'll do it like this. Fog, fog. Aww. Darn it. What you said, Caligula? What you said? Wherever that was. Hello? You log? Like, Warframe made a new particle effect system from scratch, mind you, and in 2 weeks, when Nevada stopped making updates to the... Oh my god! That shows the dedication and love they had to this game if they went that far to do that. Because they could have just left it alone and maybe find some bare basic alternates. Or just have everybody just use their own ports or computers and things like that, which would isolate some other people as well. But that's awesome. I'm glad. I believe that was the last. All right. A fine job, everyone. I was watching with sweaty palms and sweet in my hands. Doctor, those were sweets that I got, right? What? Is that right? I found them in the command room next to the tea. So I thought, I got them as a token of gratitude for when we returned from this order. Needless to say, they weren't for you, but for Senpai, who no doubt fought bravely on the front lines. Mash, you become such a thoughtful person. I must say, these are really tasty sweets. I'm sure Kiko will be thrilled too. Master, when we return to Chaldea, please reserve enough combat resources for one attack. I've registered one more enemy that I like to hit with the back of my blade. Impossible. You're... No way. Run! The witch is here! Eh? A witch? Alright, John. Thank you very much. No, that was nothing. Before that, your name. Ruler. My service class is Ruler. Best class. My true name is Jeanne d'Arc. Jeanne d'Arc? That's the one that became a witch. We'll talk about that later. It is nothing we should speak of in front of them. Come over here, please. We've been invited. What should we do, Senpai? Yeah, that's clue. Let's go for the flow. Q, Q, Q! I agree as well. You shouldn't look weakened, but she's a servant too. I'm sure she is aware of the situation in this era. Let's ask her for details. Yay! Yeah, no lead or now former lead designer made it by himself. Oh my god, that's super... And that's super cool. And that's super cool. If for nothing else, just to show the amount of love that they give to anybody who plays their game. And it's been going on strong for, as you said, 10 years now, so I am not surprised. Okay. You know what? I think this might be a good place to go and stop. I know that we didn't get very far, per se, and we did spend a lot of time just talking about stuff, but honestly, I'm totally fine with that. I'll take just sitting around and hang out with you guys over, you know, any type of gameplay. So, yeah, this is a good stopping point for the time being, and I can go ahead and get some popcorn and rest up before tomorrow. But for tomorrow's stream, we will be going into more Genshin-related things. We will be playing the new Genshin Impact, what was it? Where are you at? 6.4? 6.3? I don't remember. I'm sorry, 3.3 or 3.4. One of the two. I don't remember. Anyway, yes. Warframe also ended its story. That's nuts. Wow. Good God. All the games are ending. But yes, so we will be playing the new story patch for Genshin Impact. My brain just kind of cut out there. I don't know why. And we will go from there. Alhaitham is going to be the new 5-star. I'm probably not going to roll for it. I think I have like 110 roll, and that's it. So depending on how he plays, I may at least try to roll once, and that's literally it. But we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, guys, again, thank you guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. I am sorry today was so scuffed, and we're having a shorter stream. But hopefully, you guys will come back tomorrow, and we'll do fun Genshin things. Even though that technically Genshin's coming out tonight at like 10, but or maybe even later than that, all depending on, you know, how those things have to work. But yeah, so let's go ahead and find someone to. Yes. Okay. I found them recently, but they are an adorable, I think, calico cat Vtuber. But we're going to go and bug a Nui. Nui is awesome. She is very sweet, very chill. Maybe leave it sometimes lewd. I don't know. Maybe need to get the. You might want to bring the bonk hammer with this one. But she's actually really cool people. And I've been having fun just enjoying her streams as of late. So I haven't rated her yet. So let's go ahead and give Nui some love as she's getting over it. Because, you know, anytime with freaking Benny, anytime with Benny Foddy is a good time indeed. No, it's not. It's fucking not. It's never a good time with him. But we're gonna go offline. We're gonna go bug a Nui as always. Chaotic raid, all that fun stuff. We might. I'm gonna put up a vote like sometime soon to see if we want to change the community name, because with all the changes I'm doing as far as like my 2.0 model and things like that, there's gonna be quite a bit of change, or more change than I expected I was going to make for things, but all for the better. So hope you guys you look forward to it. But anyway, offline time. Go and buy the Nui. I will see you guys tomorrow for Genshin. Take care. Have a good one. Have a good night.